Hey guys, this is going to be my 2-week postpartum update. It's been a little over 2 weeks, about 2 weeks and 3 days now since we had little Liam. So we're going to start off with how he's doing, and I'll give y'all a little bit of a close-up. He's tired right now, he says. Oh goodness. There he is. All of his sweetness up close. Yes. He's doing great. He makes the most adorable little noises, as you can tell. He's always grunting and squeaking. And overall, he's just a really, really good baby. I think I mentioned it in my last video. He does not cry very often. And when he does, he's very easily consoled. And mainly he just likes to be held and cuddled and loved on, which is great because that's my favorite thing to do now. He did have an episode of some pretty bad gas. I called his doctor and they wanted to check him just to make sure everything was okay. So we brought him in and he was doing great. They said everything looked good, so it was most likely gas. So we've got some gas drops and some gripe water. The doctor said was fine for him. And haven't really had a bunch more issues with that. I've also cut out milk from my diet, and they gave me a huge long list of foods to avoid while breastfeeding. So basically, it's just, Mom, don't eat, and everything will be fine. No, I'm just kidding. I'm still eating, but it's incredible how many foods are on the list of things to avoid while breastfeeding. So another good thing, though, about us going into the doctor early is that we got another weight check on him, and I was shocked to see that he was at 6 pounds and 13 ounces, which means that he gained 11 ounces in 1 week. So he's doing great on the weight gain, still sleeping very well, only wakes up really to eat and just to hang out. As far as how I'm doing, I feel like I'm doing fairly well. I didn't get to go to my follow-up doctor's appointment for my C-section just because things got a little bit busy with him, and he's my top priority right now, and I'm not having any problems with the C-section. So I called the doctor today about setting that up, and I forgot she was out of town next week, so I actually don't get my follow-up until July 26th. But everything's going well. Still having some pain, but nothing too severe. Not having to take any pain medication or anything like that. So I feel like I'm healing up pretty well. As far as Daddy goes, Daddy's also doing well. He is loving having a baby. I love watching them together. They're so cute together. And speaking of, this little guy is starting to get a little bit fussy, so I'm going to go pass him off to Daddy. Yeah. And then we'll take the video from there. So I will see you guys in just a second. Okay guys, I'm back. So going over just in general my feelings. Overall, I'm feeling really good. I'm very happy to have him home, just trying to love every minute that I can with him. And the only thing I'm really having a hard time with right now is the breastfeeding process. I know it's going to be a process, and just to kind of give you a quick rundown, we we were separated immediately after birth, for him to go to the NICU, the neonatal intensive care unit, and we did not even get to attempt breastfeeding until 5 days after birth. Now I did pump, but still it very, very negatively affected my milk supply, and it just also affected his ability to latch, as well as the fact that he was premature. They have a much harder time latching and learning to breastfeed than a full-term baby. So I'm going to kind of go over our routine here in a second, but basically we're having to work up to breastfeeding, and the supply issue is definitely kind of bringing me down, and the fact that he doesn't have a very effective latch is kind of bringing me down. I also feel like he's got a tongue tie. I'm pretty sure he's got a tongue tie and possibly a minor lip tie. So I'm going to bring that up to his pediatrician. I talked to the breastfeeding support today, and they said to talk to his pediatrician about it so that we can get a referral to an ENT. So, like I said, the breastfeeding is the most stressful thing right now. Just not knowing if it's going to work or not. As far as my routine goes, it is kind of crazy, and we don't exactly have it all the way down yet, but we're doing okay. We're learning. We're doing better every day. But he eats about every 3 hours, and so basically we get him up, we check diaper, see if he needs a diaper change. If he does, we change it, and then sometimes we've changed it an hour beforehand and he's still dry and no poopy, and so we don't need to change it. Then after that, we're up to, during the day, we're up to 3 times at the breast for 15 minutes. Now, when we were in the NICU before we left, we did a weighed feeding to see how much breast milk he was transferring. He was transferring about 10 milliliters at that time. So basically, he gets 15 minutes at the breast, and then he gets an extra 40 to 50 milliliters of pumped milk from a bottle after that. So during the day, we do breast during the day because it takes so much longer, and I try to get as much sleep in as possible during the night. But we start out with breast, then we go to bottle, and then after he's fed and taken care of, then I pump and get his next bottle ready. All of that combined, if we do at the breast, it takes about an hour and a half. If we don't do at the breast, it's closer to an hour. And then basically I've got an hour and a half to 2 hours to try to get some other things done while he's sleeping. He has been waking up a little bit more during his non-feeding times, and at that point I just try to interact with him, just talking to him, copying faces with him, just trying to help him learn in general. With him being 4 weeks early, we were not at all ready. I did not even have a hospital bag packed. Should have, but I did not have a hospital bag packed. And so what we've been doing in between, we've gotten all of my mother-in-law's stuff moved out of the house. And yesterday we just got the carpets and the upstairs steam cleaned. And we've gotten some of his nursery furniture put together. And so next week we will be working on moving everything to his nursery, because right now we're basically taking care of baby out of boxes. So I'm like, okay, I need to go get another outfit. Let me go search through this box of baby clothes and get that. Okay, I need another bottle to pump into. It's going to be in this box over here. And so basically that's the only way I'm able to keep everything organized, because I don't have his stuff set up yet. And that's what I've really been working hard on doing, is getting that set up. And so that's basically our routine. We still do the every 3 hours at night. So at night I just get up and I'm very focused, get the diaper changed, get him fed from the milk that I had previously pumped. Then once he's fed, he goes back down very easily, and then I pump again for his next feeding. And then I am able to lay down and get a few hours of sleep before I need to wake up for the next feeding. As far as postpartum belly goes, I've got some bad news. It's like a bunch of stretch marks have popped up now, and I don't know why. It seems like my belly's going down some more. I'll show y'all in just a second, but yeah, I don't know why these stretch marks have all of a sudden popped up, because my belly's gone down drastically and not stretching anymore. But I'll show you guys, and then that should be it for this update. So just a little bit poochy right now, and it's very loose too. It's not tight. So it's got I think a lot of the skin has to tighten up. But as you can see, I just gained a bunch of stretch marks all along the bottom, and some on my hips as well. Okay guys, so that is it for my postpartum update. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. I'm going to just be, I'm not really going to have a specific date for these, but I just want to keep you guys updated with what's going on with us and how we're doing, and of course show you little Liam as often as possible, because I know he is the star of the show. And make sure you leave me comments down below. If it takes me a couple days to get back to you, it's just because we stay crazy busy over here, but I will get back to you. And I do still love talking with you guys. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video, and share with some friends. I'd love to see my channel grow. I'm going to do another little giveaway at 1,000 subscribers, and I think we're at like 625 or something like that. So it's growing, and it's growing pretty fast, but just keep that in mind and share with your friends. But I will see you guys in my next postpartum update.